Shalom Aleichem. Hello everybody. This is Yosef Zarnighian, Assistant Rabbi of Congregation Kal Kadosh Mikveh Israel, Chaplain First Lieutenant, United States Air Force Reserves. I'm standing over here, today right in the place where it all began, by Independence Hall. We're approaching Chag HaPesach, and so I wanted to share some thoughts relating to Maggid, Sipur Yetziat Mitzrayim, which is the highlight of Leil HaSeder, and perhaps the highlight of the year for many of our children. We read the Haggadah very often. We read the portions of Maggid as if they were merely parts to be repeated by a parrot, to borrow the language of Rabbi Levi and the Kuzari. Perhaps not all of us. I certainly hope not all of us. But many of us often read through it without realizing the significance of the mitzvah, more importantly, what it means to be Maggid. The verb, lahagid, in Hebrew. Our beloved Mefaresh, one of the great commentators to the Torah, the Malbim, makes note in his book Ayelet HaShachar, a very important work, that the Maggid informs the listener of that which he did not previously know, while the listener wishes to know of its contents, for it is relevant to him. This is unlike he who merely speaks, ha'omer, which is a term for saying already known things. And the same holds true for the mesaper, which is why Harambam, in his Mishneh Torah, refers to this mitzvah, the mitzvah of the Haggadah, as Sipur Yetziat Mitzrayim. More importantly, Harambam goes out of his way to say that one is obligated to retell the nisim v'niflaot, all the wondrous occurrences, in a pleasurable, in a desirable, and in a meaningful manner to one's family, to one's kids, and Harambam tells us, if not to any family member who was present, then to oneself. The reason for this is because without the Maggid, without knowing our past, without knowing our history, it becomes incredibly difficult to maintain the liberties, the cherut. Zeman cherutenu, we call Pesach, yes? It becomes incredibly difficult to hold on to that, to preserve that, and to transmit these values of liberty to the next generation. And so I want to end off with the following remarkable comments by one of the great Chachamim from Spain, Haritba, Rabbi Yom Tov HaSevili, 14th century. The Ritva writes in his commentary to the Haggadah, on this night, meaning Leil HaSeder, one is obligated to retell matters of the Exodus of Yetziat Mitzrayim from Egypt to members present and to the company present. And if one does not know how to personally retell, he should say the portion of Manishtana, which is why we have the Manishtana inserted into the Haggadah. And then the text of the Haggadah's version of Yetziat Mitzrayim. And I have heard that the Ra'avad, Rabbi Abraham ben David of Provence, of blessed memory, had the custom to expound upon one verse pertaining to Yetziat Mitzrayim, the story of the Exodus from Egypt, before he would begin the portion of Manishtana. A beautiful custom. And then the Ritva ends off with the beautiful words that a person is obligated to recite the Haggadah in a pleasant melody, with a loud and powerful voice, with all of his might. And so I pray that Borei Olam should grant us many happy and healthy years to teach our children, to present them with the morals, values, and the love and passion for liberty, to keep Torah and mitzvot, so that we could celebrate further years and nights of Zman Cherutenu. I wish everyone a wonderful Chag HaPesach Sameach. May we only see an ultimate Geulah Shelma Bimhera B'Yameinu Amen.